Scars tell stories, don't they? Check this bad boy out right over here. See that? You know who you are. You know who did this one? Yes, well, back in the 80s, I think I was year 9. Could have been year 9, which was 1980. Geez, let me get that right. 1987, okay? 1987. And I'm at Luther College, Melbourne, Australia, year 9 lad. And there was a particular boy in year 10 that just did not like me. I don't know why, still to this day, but he does have a little special spot rent free in my head. You know who you are? Hey? I think his initials were AB, yeah? Not Alan Border. AB, you out there? How are you, buddy? I've been wearing you on my head for flipping you decades, mate. Donkey's years. But anyway, I digress. Scars tell stories, don't they? What a cracker of a story this was here. Got this absolutely golden 4-stitch. See that? I try to get my wrinkles up. Boom, right there. Yeah. Bit of a tick, mate. Just before there was a Nike tick, there was a tick on my forehead, mate. Geez, I got teased for this because I was walking through the A block, just past the boys' dunnies, heading out towards the quadrangle. For some reason, recess. I don't know whether I beat this kid in the cross country the week before, or I don't know, mate. Where I was pulling the attention of a chick in year 10 that he had eyes on. I don't know what it was. I have no idea. I didn't really even interact with this guy. But as he walked past me, we're kind of rushing past each other. Skinny corridors. Shout out from Luther College back in the day. You know what it's like. A block, down low, ground floor. And well, we're running past each other. I was on my way somewhere. He was on his way somewhere with his mates. I had my mates. And he flipping went past, grabbed my head, right, seriously, grabbed me head or by the back of the head, and literally, corner of a brick wall, mate, right there. And I was like, what? Now, you know, fortunately for me, this wasn't the first time I've cracked my head open. I got stories from when I was young. If you shave my head, there's just scar marks everywhere, yeah, a bit of a cricket, not a cricket ball. What's something with a lot of scars on it? I don't know, just let's say cut up mango, that was my head. Melon, cut up German melon head, mate. But when this guy got me, slammed my head in the corner of a brick wall, I was stunned, yeah? I was stunned. I literally put my hand there. You know, you get that itchy feeling when you cut your skin or you need stitches and stuff like that. Anyway, I put my fingers in, I'm like, whoa, this is going through my head, mate. I felt like I was going through my cranial bone. Anyway, blood started streaming out, yeah? Go back to the A block, get a heap of dunny paper. I thought, geez, me and my mates were like, what are we going to do? We're going to take Marty up to the office, get him looked at. Yeah, so I made my way up. I was just like, well, why did this happen? Why did he even do this? Bro, tell me. Leave it. Get a burner account, mate. Go KD. Get a burner account. Let me know why you did it. What was the reason? Anyway, classic. Don't need to know. But scars tell stories, don't they? And yeah, went up to the office and they're like, oh, what happened? And I'm like, yeah, this is back in the 80s. You don't tell them what happened up in the front. Oh, I slipped. I slipped. Mate, hey, AB, I didn't even dob you in, bro. Because you didn't do that back there. You didn't squeal, did you? No, didn't do it. I was just like, I wonder why he did it. I never got an answer from you either. Anyway, front office, all the first aid ladies are like, hey, what happened, Martin? Huh? And I was like, I slipped. Yeah, slipped. And anyway, cut a long story short, they sent me off down to the Macadam Square Health Centre, yeah, on Plymouth Road there in Croydon. And 4 stitches. Now, this is back in the 80s, yeah. It's not like you're on your mobile phone texting mummy to come and pick you up. Dad certainly wasn't going to leave work and pick me up, not for just a minor flesh wound. Anyway, the lovely clinic, yeah, they put 4 stitches in, and then they put literally a rectangular white dressing with some flipping sticky tape, medical sticky tape. I literally looked like I was wearing a tampon on my forehead. And I'm in like year 9. I just copped so much teasing, dude. They're like, oh mate. I copped teasing. I was like, classic. This guy's got a tampon. Or you had your period, mate. Yeah. Oh, flipping heck. I copped it. Anyway, I didn't come back to school for another 3 days because I was like, I'm not going back to be tampon head at school. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I had a couple of days off, got better, went back the next week, stitches got taken out, but I still carry the scar today. What's another scar I've got? Here we go. Year 10, what was it? Year 9, same year, can you believe this? Year 9 work experience. I don't know if you can see this. Let me chuck a light up there. Can you see that scar right there on my hand? I don't know if you can, but anyway, classic work experience story, yeah? Year 9, went to the Westfield Doncaster pet shop, Pets Paradise. Pets Paradise, yeah. Plenty of puppies went to paradise in that fortnight. My goodness me. Things are a little bit better these days in pet shops, I believe. But anyway, it was time, yeah? You had the work experience student there. Oh, it's time to clean the 48 fish tanks in the pet shop, isn't it? All right, I'll do that, no worries. I was fishing out Nemo and doing this and that. Trying to save all these fish, bag them here, lost a few down the sink here. And anyway, I had to scrape out. I had this razor blade, short razor blade thing, and I'm scraping all the old texture marks and sludge and algae and, stuff from the fish tanks. And I slipped at one point, cut my hand open. So there's another scar, but it's literally changed my handprint, yeah? Yeah, classic. Tells a story. Scars tell stories. What's some of your scars? Yeah? What's some of your scars? Here, one more. I'll tell you one more. See this? See this on my elbow here? I've got like a piece of goulash, mate, ripped out of this elbow right here. Good old Rose Avenue down in Bulleen, where I grew up, yeah, next to Lower Templestowe. I was skateboarding, yeah, skate or die, yeah, skate to create. Remember those days, yeah, penny boards? Before penny boards were, I don't know, modernised by wannabe surfies or something like that. Anyway, we rode penny boards. I had one of the original kind of big, wide Tony Hawk kick tail at one end boards, and I was heading down Rose Avenue. Now, Rose Avenue in Bulleen, if you're from Bulleen, Rose Avenue, it's just big and long, yeah? These days you ride those boards, you ride those hills on longboard skateboards, yeah? But we just had the old one single kick tail. And what do you reckon I got halfway down? What do you reckon I got halfway down the hill? Speed wobbles, mate, yeah? Remember the old speed wobbles? My goodness, mate. I was going so fast. I had the speed wobbles, yeah? I thought, mate, I need to get off now before I pick up another 20 k's an hour. I need to get off now. So I got off, and when you're trying to get off, and you're going so fast, you try to outrun. I couldn't outrun it fast enough. So I did the old A over T, fell on my elbow, and literally just slid along the bitumen and literally took out a nice, beautiful chunk of goulash from my right elbow. And, first thing I did was get up, get my board, and I remember distinctly saying these two words, no pain, no pain, no pain. I felt like I was at a Tony Robbins walking over charcoal or something like that, mate. I was like, no pain! And I picked my board up and I ran home, bang, bang, bang. Got home, mum and dad were home. They saw the goulash and they thought, wow, gone, it's down to the bone. And what did we do? I don't know, you know what you do. You go to the old medicine cupboard at home. I got a bit of powdered Medipulve and just shook half of the powdered antiseptic powder into the wound, yeah? Got a bit of duct tape on top, and they took me down to a local Amcal chemist back in Bulleen Plaza. And they kind of washed it out, put a bit of Dettol in, maybe hit the roof. Bit of Dettol, good old Dettol. Up here, you're killing cane toads with Dettol. Back then, they poured it in my elbow, then back on with the Medipulve powder, and there you go. Got no skin grafts, nothing like that. Just it kind of seemed to have grow back. Unique, mate. I'm a unique cat, that's for sure. Scars tell stories. What are some of your scars? Bit of a shorter message tonight, and I just really felt led to share this with you. I'm an old school scar receiver. Sometimes I gave myself my own scars, yeah. Going through a bit of trauma when I was 18, 19, yeah. Not proud of that, but gave myself a few scars, but a lot of my scars were basically through being a lad in the 80s. Swinging on gates, crack your head open. Play rock wars, cut your head open, yeah? AB, year older than me at Luther College, grabs my head, throws it in a brick wall, scar. Don't know why. Let me know, bro. Elbow, skateboarding, work experience, cut my hand with a razor blade, you know. I wonder what your scars are. Obviously, these are just flesh wounds. These are little funny, nostalgic stories I'm telling you about from the exterior of my body. But we all know where I'm linking this, or hopefully you know where I'm going with this. You know, we have scars in our heart. We have scars in our mind. We have scars in our psyche. We have scars on our ego. We have scars in our spirit. If you get touched or hurt or betrayed, and maybe you've scarred other people too. So it's, you know, it's give and take here. It's both ways. But we definitely have scars in life, particularly, like I said in the last video, if you put yourself out there, 2 videos ago, if you put yourself out there and you're really living on the edge, you're going to get scars. It's only a matter of time. Bumps and bruises and scars. But I'm talking now, let's switch it deeper to the psychological, the spiritual, the emotional scars. It's full on, mate. And you get scar tissue. And scars tell stories. I want to encourage you today to, and this will be painful. This could be painful. But I need you to talk about your scars. And I need you to talk about your stories of where you got scars. Because the last thing you want to do, again, is just bite your upper lip, be so stoic that all you do is suppress your scars. You bury it. You don't actually heal from it. You, in a way, let silence become an infection. You let silence become something that festers, where this thing never actually creates scar tissue. Scar tissue, look, sometimes you can cosmetically help yourself to get rid of it, particularly if you've got a facial injury or this, that, and the other. But we're talking about scars tell stories, and we're talking about, I want you to talk about your stories. I want you to be able to start to, if you've suppressed something, let this video, let it bubble back up so that you can start. Maybe you need to go and get therapy about this. Maybe you need to sit underneath some good old Bible and talk to God about it, wrestle with God about it. Okay? I'll direct your attention straight away to where I want you to go from this video today. Grab your Bible if you can, open up to Isaiah chapter 53, yeah, verse 5 and 6. Let's go from 4. Isaiah 53 verse 4 to 6. And this is a prophetic word thousands of years before Jesus came. And God said this to Isaiah: surely he has borne our griefs, because I want to direct you towards Jesus here. Surely he's borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. He was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement for our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We've turned every one to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and he was afflicted. He was open, yet he opened not his mouth. He was led as a lamb to the slaughter. As a sheep before its shearers is silent, so he opened not his mouth. He was taken from prison and from judgment, and who will declare his generation? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of my people he was stricken, and they made his grave with the wicked, but with the rich at his death, because he'd done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He's put him to grief. And when you make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, and he shall prolong his days. And the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the travail of his soul and be satisfied. By his knowledge my righteous servant shall justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. My goodness, he was numbered with the transgressions, he bore the sin of many, and he made intercession for the transgressors. I basically read through the rest of Isaiah 53. We're talking about Jesus here, and this is my action point for you today. Whatever scars you have, whatever stories you have, and they are legitimate. Full stop. Press the enter key. Leave a break. Your scars and your stories are legitimate. And I'll just let that hang for a second. I don't discount them. Don't you discount them. Don't you just suppress them. But I want you to bring them up today and pitch yourself beneath the cross, the crucifixion of Jesus. And one of the greatest ways you could do this is if you watch The Passion of the Christ by Mel Gibson. That old chestnut. Sit down for a couple of hours and watch his scars as portrayed in that film. And you will find that Jesus can relate to you. Jesus can relate to you. God with us, Emmanuel, God with skin on. So I want you to, have you got hilarious stories about your scars, or have you got the most traumatic stories? Why don't you, basically, literally, light a candle, chuck on Passion of the Christ, if you can watch it. I watch that through squinted eyes, because I just can't. I haven't got the, what do you call it? I haven't got the strongest stomach for grotesque violence and brutality. I just have a real weak stomach for that, but I kind of squint through it. But in that, in suffering, in scars and stories, and I've got plenty of scars and stories on an emotional and a psychological and a spiritual level, not just these flesh wounds here. That was my little softball entry into this topic. I've got plenty, and I know in my deepest moments of grief, I know in my deepest scars, I know when I talk about them, to talk about them and to share them with Jesus in the light of him on the cross, yeah, mate, he can relate to me and I can relate to him. And I am forever grateful that the God I serve came to me and died for me and took all the beatings that I deserved and took all the whips and all the lashes and all the torn flesh, yeah, that I deserved. He lived the life I should have lived. He died the death I should have died. And the greatest substitution in all of history took place. So Jesus, thank you, sir. And fellas, let's get out of suppression. Yeah, let's get out of oppression, and let's sit before the cross of Jesus. So call to action again. Go watch Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ, and let me know how you go. Let me know how you go. If you got value out of this video today, consider subscribing and liking this one. And I've got a couple more options for you to look at over here. I'll see you in another video soon.